and welcome to the world premiere of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1.
Now, if you thought tonight was going to be big,
Which I did.
you'd be wrong. It's going to be huge.
Yes, for a start, everything that happens here on the red carpet tonight will be broadcast to millions of people across the world via something called the internet, which you well know because you're currently watching this on the internet.
It's amazing what you can learn in an extracurricular IT class at Hogwarts.
It really is.
And now tonight, the world will not only see us chatting to director David Yates, producer of the film David Barron, creator of Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, but they are also bringing over 30 cast members.
Over 30, so
over
it could be 32,
30.
could be 33.
I'm going with 34. They include Julie Walters, Jason Isaacs, John Hurt, Timothy Spall and Toby Jones.
Then there's Nick Moran, Miranda Richardson, Jim Broadbent, Warwick Davis and Imelda Staunton.
Let's talk baddies. Tom Felton, Helena Bonham Carter and Voldemort himself, Ralph Fiennes.
And of course playing the good guys. Our three heroes are all here. Rupert Grint, Emma Watson and Daniel Radcliffe. All I can say is you're in the right place for a great evening, and that's what you're going to have, a great evening. Please give it up for one of the Malfoys. Tom Felton's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leicester Square, we have our first guest of the evening. Hello, Mr. Weasley, how are you?
Hello there.
Mark Williams, everyone!
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, at least it's not raining. Although it was.
Well,
I fell over last year. Did you see that? You can see it on YouTube.
Well, we were worried a bit earlier on because Harry Potter premieres, they just attract the bad weather, but tonight it's a good start.
Yeah, there's this little special spell thing, isn't there?
Do you get used to coming to these things and these premieres are so special?
You get used to this. It's like, wow, it's amazing.
Completely taken over the centre of London.
I know, yeah. How many cinemas is it? It's 3 tonight. 3?
Yeah. Now, this film, it's the first part of the final chapter of
7, part 1.
Yeah. Is it sad times? Is it happy times?
We've done it. You know, we've made this amazing thing.
Yeah.
I say we. I was a tiny part of it, but
Yeah, but important part.
thank you very much.
And the Weasleys especially.
You needed Dad.
The Weasleys.
Little Dad in the corner, isn't you?
Everybody needs a good dad.
Actually, I'm more a sort of embarrassing uncle, I think, than Dad.
What's the journey on the last two films for Ron especially?
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I mean, the Weasleys have kind of accepted wholeheartedly that they're going to go with the revolution, and that's cost them greatly, and it's very moving indeed.
Yeah, a strong part, the whole kind of heart of the film.
Well, yeah, it's the only kind of fully functioning family, really, isn't it?
And it's not a bad thing when you've got Julie Walters as your wife as well.
Yeah, where is she? Mummy! Mummy! Mummy!
Are you looking forward? You haven't seen the film yet as well.
No, I haven't seen it. So I'm really looking forward to it, very much so, yeah.
I feel really chuffed. I'm always one up on you because I've seen it. You're in for a treat.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you, Mark. Have a good evening. Mark Williams, everyone!
Thank you.
Yes, Leicester Square. I'm here with Rupert Grint. How are you, Rupert?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, not bad.
How does it make you feel when you arrive at one of these premieres and there's so many people, there's girls shouting your name, chanting your name?
It's amazing. It's just I can't get over it. Every year we come and it's just so nice to kind of see everyone still cares and still wants to come. So it's amazing.
Do you sort of get a bit like kind of shy about it?
Yeah, I don't know how to really react. Really, it's just quite overwhelming, to be honest. But I love it. It's just amazing.
This film is a tough one for Ron. Emotions are running wild. You know, tempers are flaring up. What kind of journey does he go on?
Yeah, well, Ron goes on quite a big journey on this one. There's a lot going on in his head. He's kind of jealous and paranoid, and he's away from his family, and we kind of see a much darker side to him. So it's fun. It was nice to do something different.
Yeah, was it fun to explore that kind of darker side of his character?
Yeah, it really was. Because it's not really, we don't really see Ron kind of get this kind of aggressive, and it was really a nice change.
And was it good to finally just have a bit of a grapple with Daniel Radcliffe?
Well, yeah, that's always quite fun. But yeah, it was nice to do something kind of completely new and exciting.
Was it peculiar doing so much stuff on location? Did you miss Hogwarts? Because Hogwarts doesn't feature in the film at all.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I think that really changes the feel of the film. You never see us in our school uniform, and we're kind of adults now, and I do miss like the Great Hall and stuff. And in part 2, we kind of see these sets get kind of destroyed and stuff, and it's kind of sad, but it's cool.
It is sad. I imagine the Great Hall kind of feels like home, really.
It does, yeah. We've kind of grown up with these sets. We spent kind of a lot of time in the studios, and I'm gonna miss Watford, definitely.
I've got a question from a Twitter user here. Teller1985 says, if you could play any other Weasley, who would you choose?
I don't know. Probably Percy. He was quite fun. He was quite a fun character. Or one of the twins.
You could maybe play both the twins.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah.
Play both twins. Finally, have you got a message for the fans at all, Rupert?
Yeah, I just really hope they enjoy the film. This is kind of the last 2 now, and it's nearly all over. So I just hope they kind of enjoy it. Yeah.
Pleasure talking to you. Enjoy the evening. Cheers.
Leicester Square, please give a huge, huge round of applause to Bonnie White. Wow, do you ever get used to that?
No, I don't think you do. I think that's what's amazing about these things. You come here every time and it's that kind of double heartbeat, that amazing kind of, it's just, you know, these are our audience, so it's amazing to see everyone.
Now, how does it feel knowing that this is the first step towards the end of this incredible journey?
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost as much part of the kind of climax end for us. So it's almost nice. I'm so pleased now that they've actually split it into two, because we have that sort of, that real prolonged ending. But no, this film's very individual in terms of the others. It's kind of a real moment. I think it's a refreshing moment for the audience.
And Ginny as well, really kind of, she comes to her own in part two as well. And there's a bit of an alliance formed, and she really fights for what she believes in and who she believes in.
Yeah, definitely. I think for Ginny's character, we've definitely seen it in the Half-Blood Prince, that she's very much stepped forward, and you know, I think all of us, I think the whole Hogwarts students in general very much show what they're really all about, that they have got some sort of oomph behind them, and they have got some amazing sort of honourable, you know, integrity behind them. So I think that's what's amazing about the second one. It's a real dramatic, kind of amazing fight. So yeah.
You're going to be the envy once again of a lot of young ladies around the world. There's a little bit of a kiss with Daniel.
I think what's you know, obviously the audience have already seen it before. We have the one in the sixth one, but this is a really sweet and touching moment between them. It's kind of just before the wedding, and obviously the rest of the film is incredibly dark and incredibly, they're very lonely, the three of them, on their sort of quest. So it's a moment that he kind of underlyingly, under the moment, it's this kind of farewell moment.
You really get the feeling that it's the kind of we might never see each other again type moment.
I think it is, and I think that's what's so touching in this film, that it's the idea that maybe we will never see our family again, and we'll never see the ones that we love, and I think that's what makes it actually really sad, and luckily it picks up towards the end and we think that there is hope. So
fight! It's a big fight! It's what everyone's been waiting for, the big fight.
Yeah, I think it definitely, I was just talking to David Yates that the ending, not that I'm going to give it away, but the ending of this first part is perfect to enter into the next one.
I screamed at the screen. No!
Yeah, keep going.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I have. I saw it on Monday.
It's really special.
Yeah.
Lastly, have you got a message to the fans, because they're so dedicated? Girls here who've come from America, who've been stood out in the cold since yesterday.
Yeah, just to say, like, one massive thank you, really. We're making these movies for you, and we really want you to enjoy them, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy the next, and thank you again.
Bonnie, lovely to see you as always. Enjoy tonight.
Thanks
so much. Nice to see you. Bonnie White, everyone! Ladies and gentlemen of Leicester Square, of the world, in fact, Daniel Radcliffe! Wow, it's always the most fantastic reception, always.
It is, no, it's amazing, you know. I think it says a lot about the quality of the films, that after 10 years of this franchise, we still have the power to pack out Leicester Square with lots of very enthusiastic people. So thank you very much all for coming and waiting in the horrendous rain and everything. You've been fantastic.
When you're on your way here, how are you preparing yourself for this incredible reception? Do you? Loud music in the cars?
Yeah, I was just listening to my iPod and sort of just trying to... And then I got out the car and that wall of sound hits you. And then, you know, I just turned to somebody and said, my God, I've forgotten what that was like. You know, it's a bizarre thing. It's not something you get used to, but it's very nice to have a reception. And thank you for that sign. That's very nice.
Harry goes on an incredible journey on these last two parts, and in this part one of the final story, where do we find him, and where is he about to head?
You know, at the very beginning, we find him sort of making preparations to leave and to go on this incredibly tough journey. It is a very intense film for Harry and all the other characters, and you see the relationships get sort of fractious and quite unpleasant at times between Harry and Ron. But ultimately, it's you know, the friendships win out. You're very cold on it. You're shaking.
I'm fine. I'm just nervous being stood so close to you.
Right.
There was a lot of this film as well filmed on location, which was that a nice kind of change to best being confined to those studios?
It was lovely, you know. It was lovely to be able to go out on location. And, you know, we went to Wales for a good few weeks, and it was just fantastic there. And you know, in various forests up and down the country. So it was lovely because, as you say, normally we're sort of confined to Leavesden for 11 or 12 months. So it's nice to get out.
Now I've got a question because we are going out live on the internet as we speak. Yeah. Hi world.
Hello internet.
I've got a question for you from a Facebook fan.
Okay.
Stephanie Fisher. She wants to know: do you ever accidentally try to use spells in real life?
I think that would land me in all sorts of trouble. I think if I was stepping out in front of passing cars and just commanding them to stop, I think I probably wouldn't be alive to this point. So, as much as I would like to answer your question with an interesting and funny yes, Stephanie, I'm afraid that it's a dull and boring no. But thank you very much for asking.
Daniel, enjoy tonight and agree. A message for the fans before you go?
Thank you so much to everybody who keeps supporting these films, and I hope you enjoy this one. I think it's the best so far, and I hope you do too. Thank you.
Daniel Radcliffe, everyone!
Please give an enormous Leicester Square welcome to Mr. John Hurt. You have been to a lot of premieres in your time, I'm sure, John. These are the best ones, aren't they?
I've never known anything like the Harry Potter ones. I really haven't. It's completely extraordinary, and I take my hat off to all those people that stand here for hours and hours and hours to wait for us who really can't deserve it.
No. I'm going to beg to differ there. I think you do deserve it a little bit. You must be delighted you wore the hat, so you could do the literal hat off.
Yes.
And what's Ollivander up to this time in this film?
Oh, not as nice as he was at the beginning. No. Well, he's nice, but his situation is not.
You spend a lot of time in what looks like a cold, dark cell.
Yes. Yes.
Was it actually cold and dark, or is that just put on in post?
Actually cold and dark. Yes. And Mr. Fiennes wasn't very friendly.
No, but he's nice in real life, though, Mr. Fiennes, right? Because he terrifies me in the film.
He's charming in real life, yes. He wasn't very friendly in the film, though.
Okay. John, absolute pleasure talking to you, of course. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Take care.
Thank you very much. Well done, everybody, for staying so long.
It's Evanna, Lynch, Luna Lovegood. That's all for you, Evanna. How does it make you feel when you see all this?
Oh, it's always crazy. It never disappoints the Harry Potter fans. It's brilliant. I think it's great that they keep coming out.
Do you get nervous before you come along to something like this?
Yeah, definitely, because I still feel like I'm a fan. I'm a bit of a fraud on this red carpet thing, but it's great. It's great fun.
So do you think if you weren't in the film, you would have been here sort of 10 hours ago queuing up to get autographs?
Oh God, yeah, I'd be screaming. I'd have all these signs and everything. Yeah, half of me is tempted to just jump over and join in. It looks kind of fun.
I think for the final film, for part 2, you should make yourself some banners. Just take them around the red carpet. There's a good look.
Besides, yeah, big Dumbledore wig. Yeah.
What's in store for Luna in this film?
Well, she's still there. She hasn't got a massive part, but you learn a lot more about Luna because her dad is in this film, and suddenly it all makes sense. And she's kidnapped at one point in the cellar with Ollivander, and she never gets too worried about anything. That's something that's evident. She's always really calm, even though all this craziness is going on.
You mentioned that your dad is in the film, played by Rhys Ifans. How was it acting opposite him?
Yeah, it was brilliant. He was fabulous. He was just so Lovegood. I think when I saw him in his yellow robes and his white hair, just for a second I forgot myself. I just said, it's Dad.
It's just Dad. I've got a question from the internet, from a Facebook fan called Mira Talifiero. I might have got that wrong. Something like that. What is it like playing such a strange but awesome character? So strange but awesome.
It's so much fun. It's like you put on Luna's clothes, her lion hat and her earrings, and you don't care anymore. You don't care what anyone thinks. So yeah, it's really like a relief. And I just feel it's an honor to play Luna because everyone likes her and she always sees the positive in life. So yeah, she's a good role model, I think.
Is it ever tempting in your real life just to sort of spend an hour just having some Luna time where you just sit there as Luna?
Definitely, just do nothing for a while, just hunt for nargles and crubblehorn storkacks, like regardless of whether they exist or not. It's a good thing to do.
Have you got any final message for the fans before I let you go? Final message for the fans?
Sorry, I said question. Thank you so much for all your support. I can't believe you keep coming out and being so loyal, and I think you really enjoyed this film. It's brilliant. I loved it as a fan, not just as being in the film. I think it's brilliant. It won't disappoint.
Well, have a lovely evening. Thanks very much. Nice talking to you. Cheers.
Tom Felton, everyone.
Hello! Thank you so much for the warm welcome. We really appreciate everyone coming out tonight.
You look awesome. I love what you're wearing.
Thank you very much. I thought I'd stay quintessentially British tonight, as we are in London.
Yeah, how is this for a London welcome? It's bonkers, isn't it?
It's exceptional. Every year we think there's going to be a lull in fans, and they come out in their hundreds and give us such a warm welcome that it is truly honouring. So thank you very much again.
Now let's talk about Draco. He's up to his old tricks again, but we get a bit of a sparkle of a conscience.
Very much so. In this film there is almost the growth of conscience. He certainly feels that he's out of his depth somewhat, and with Voldemort infiltrating his house, he's not the most pleasant house guest in the world, needless to say, yeah.
Doesn't keep the place clean at all.
No, he doesn't. Doesn't help with the washing up or anything.
I would love to see that. Voldemort doing the washing up.
With the old marigolds on, yeah, exactly. Priceless.
Now, how does it work? Do we have Team Harry and Team Draco, or do you get that kind of mix?
I'm yet to see that. I like to think that it's a general love for the whole thing,
yeah.
but I'm always worried when little kids say that Draco is their favourite character. I never know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
And we get to see inside Malfoy Manor for the first time.
I know. How exciting is the house? It's quite draconian, excuse the pun, but we even have our own organ. Yes, that's pimp my house kind of stuff, yeah.
Pimp my manor. We've got a question from a Twitter user, because we're going out on the internet all around the world tonight. This is from I Am Thatter. Who is your favourite Death Eater?
Wow, what a question with so many great ones to pick from. It's got to be Lucius, really. He is a fantastic Death Eater. Even though we see him in a whole other light in this film, my allegiances still lie with him as my grovelling father, yeah.
Grovelling.
I don't know what that was, yeah.
And Tom, always a pleasure to see you, and enjoy tonight, and congratulations.
Thanks for making it so much fun as always.
Okay, thanks so much. Thank you.
You have a good night. Stay warm.
And we're going to go across the Rick right now, I believe, has someone else from
Yes, I do. I'm here with George Harris, a.k.a. Kingsley Shacklebolt. How are you, George?
I'm pretty good.
Can you ever get used to this sort of reception?
No, I'm excited each time I come out and see the fans, and it's just amazing. It's what I dreamt about when I was a kid.
Have you seen the film yet?
I haven't seen the film, and I'm excited to see it tonight.
So, is there always that slight fear that you might have been cut out?
Well, I hope not.
I have seen it. I can tell you haven't been cut out. Your character's alive and well in the film.
All right.
What sort of journey are our kind of three heroes going on in this film?
Sorry, could you come again?
What kind of emotional journey or physical journey are Harry and Hermione and Ron going through?
I think it's a journey of discovery, and they're taking everybody with them.
Okay, so everyone's along for the ride, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
It's pretty exciting. George, enjoy the film. Thanks.
Okay, bless you. Cheers.
Don't think this lady really needs an introduction, but I'll give her one. J.K. Rowling. How are you this evening? You look lovely.
Very much indeed. It's amazing, isn't it?
It must be just incredibly hard to process the idea that all these people are here because of an idea you had, however long ago it was.
Yeah, an idea I had on a train looking at some cows. Yes, it is very difficult to process. Yeah.
do you just feel unbelievably flattered that there's people who camped out here for hours, people who come here from America, from Canada, from Switzerland?
Well, I think we should remember the filmmakers. It's not just me. No, of course, it's amazing, and I think they're going to love the film. It's my favourite.
How are you feeling, knowing that we're moving ever closer to the finale, to the end? You know?
Well, I've been saying tonight that I've already been through my grieving process, so I think I can counsel everyone else here tonight, because I think it's quite nostalgic for them, but this for me is fun. It's wonderful.
So you think you're going to get a lot of the cast and crew sort of phoning you up, sort of going, I'm finding it really hard to cope with, actually. Please help me.
And I was there 3 years ago, and I'll be saying to them, where were you for me?
This is it. It's all about give and take. All about give and take. How does it feel when you realise that basically every big British actor wants to be in these films? Every time I see a film, you're like, oh, he's in it now, he's in it now, she's in it now.
I know, and I get really excited seeing them on screen. So occasionally there are actors I didn't know were going to be in it, and then I see the film and I'm just so excited.
We're going out live on the internet, so the internet is just down there, and I've actually got a question from a Twitter user, so this is very modern, from Hannah Catherine 2. If you could keep a memory from the experience in a pensive so that you can relive it, which would it be and why?
It would be the book signing I did in New York in 1998. No, 99.
Why?
Because it was exactly like being a Beatle. That was the year everything went crazy. And although it was very scary at the time, when I look back on it, it was amazing.
Have you got photographs of it on your wall?
No photographs, so I'd like to go back and relive that.
Okay, well listen, I'm going to let you go and relive half of one of your books now. Have a great evening. Nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you. Bye. I'm bringing in Imelda Staunton, but obviously she's saying a quick hello over here. It's fair enough. And here she is, Imelda Staunton. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Are you pleased with the reception you're getting out there?
Not bad for a Thursday night in November.
It's not bad at all, is it? It really isn't. What do you look forward to most about the Harry Potter premieres?
Well, this.
This madness.
Yeah, the madness, yeah.
Do you sort of sit at home and think, I should probably practice my autograph, make sure it's looking good?
Well, no, I mean, funnily enough, tonight I thought, I wonder, will there be anyone there? How stupid am I? I thought, there might be a few people.
There's a few people.
Yeah, there are a few.
So your character, for me, is one of the scariest because she's quite nasty, but she keeps it under wraps most of the time. This time we see her slightly unveiled, have a bit of a fight. How was that?
Quite nice. Yeah, bit of action.
Yeah. Did you like getting to use the wand apart from anything else?
Oh, about time.
We sort of pleaded with him, saying, listen, surely at some point I've got to use a wand.
Yeah, but I didn't fly though, did I? No.
And you finished filming, so do you fly? Never fly.
Can't happen.
Oh, it's really frustrating. Some great scenes in some new locations that we haven't seen before. Tell us a bit about the sets.
Well, I mean, I only have my set, which is, as long as I'm high up and most important person, that's all that matters to me.
Yes, listen, I totally understand that. Go in there and be a very important person. Have a great evening. Nice talking to you, Imelda. Cheers. And I'm going to throw straight back over to Edith, who is with someone.
I am indeed. Please give a huge round of applause, Julie Walters. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Really well.
This
freezing.
Yeah, but this is just a warm reception that you I guess you can't possibly predict when you come here these.
No, I mean, well, they've all been pretty amazing, the premieres, but this tops the lot. It really does.
Well, let's talk about this film. Ron is just an incredible character, and he goes on a real journey on this film, doesn't he? He really comes to his own.
It's a massive journey. Yeah, it's a very scary. I mean, he really grows up and, as you say, comes into his own.
It must be quite lovely having these children, on-screen children, that you've seen grow over the years as well.
I know, they get absolutely, the twins up here now. You know. Yeah, every year. Yes, it's really special. I mean, you just don't have that with anything else, do you? The nearest thing is a soap, and this isn't anything like a soap, is it?
Well, it's an amazing night, and have an incredible evening. It's lovely to chat to you, Julie. Julie Walters, everyone, and back over to Rick.
Oh, and we're live on it. We're live right now. How are you?
I'm very well, very excited to be here. Hello, everyone.
This is great, isn't it? What is it like? I mean, obvious question. What's it like playing a goblin?
What's it like playing a goblin? Very interesting, because the character of Griphook, he's got a lot of depth and a lot of intrigue, and it was really quite challenging, but also very enjoyable.
How long do you have to spend in makeup to become Griphook?
It's about 3.5 hours. It takes that long to get rid of these good looks.
It's absolutely right, absolutely right. I'm going to bring Helena Bonham Carter in, if I may. Here we go. Have a quick sort of hello and so on. Helena, how are you?
I'm very well.
You're just sort of shivering down. Bellatrix is a wild and crazy lady. What's the best thing about playing her? Oh, I think you are.
Wild and crazy. Well, what was the best thing? It's just I could get away with anything. It was just a license to be really, really naughty, and then get applauded for it. You know, David would go, Yates would go like, yeah, that was fun. You know, go for it more. You know, I got to torture. I'm not allowed to say, am I?
I think you could say. I mean, you go face to face with Hermione quite aggressively.
Yeah, I torture her. I killed her.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm meant to be naughty.
You are, and you are extremely naughty. I've actually got a question from a Twitter user, because this is all going out live on the internet. So this is from Nikolai the Face. He or she says, if I had to describe Bellatrix in less than 5 words, I would describe her as delightfully insane. So just 2 words. How would you? Warwick.
Oh, thanks. Put me on the spot. A crazy, wild maniac.
Bad teeth. Very bad teeth.
Yeah, that was your 5 words. Bad teeth, very bad teeth. Guys, have an absolutely wonderful evening. Nice talking to you. Cheers. Now, back over to Edith.
And I'm joined by the man who made all this possible, David Yates, director. How are you? Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm thrilled. It's wonderful to see all these people just waiting to see our movie. It's fantastic. And then people have come from Mexico and Argentina.
We've got Vegas down there.
Vegas. Hello, Vegas. Wow. I've always wanted to say that.
Hello, Vegas and Leicester Square.
And this is a bar of chocolate from New Zealand, which I'm going to treasure and take into the theatre with me and munch on, probably.
Do you appreciate when you start work on a film like this, the impact that it has in the fan base, and how many people kind of, I guess, hang on of you every shot? You know?
Do you know, you're always conscious of the fans' thoughts and feelings, and we try our best to meet them and exceed them all the time. And the thing about Deathly Hallows is that we've tried to include as much of the book as we can by splitting it across 2 movies, and we're very excited about it. I can't tell you. We literally finished it 3 weeks ago.
Whoa!
Man, it was scary. They were waiting to take the print away from me to make copies so they could send it around the world, and I had to. We were fiddling with the final mix and everything, and they came and took it away, and that's it.
For people who haven't read the final book, where are we in part 1? What's going on?
Part 1, Voldemort is nearly at the ascendancy of power, and Harry's on this mission to find these Horcruxes, because if he finds these Horcruxes, which contain some of Voldemort's soul, he'll be able to kill him. But unfortunately, he's not quite sure where they are, so he's on this mission to find and kill these Horcruxes before Voldemort finds and kills him. So it's a kind of dark, edgy road movie with a real thriller aspect, but oddly very moving and quite tender, because these 3 iconic characters we've all grown up with are out in the big world, and they feel very vulnerable, and there's something really compelling about that. And that's something that appealed to all of us as we made it.
Yeah, you relate to so much in it. I've got a question here from a Facebook fan, because we're live on the internet. This is from Christina. She says, what scene in Deathly Hallows Part 1 were you most excited to film?
Do you know, there's a scene which I think will divide people. Some people I know have seen it absolutely adore it, and some people aren't that keen.
I know what you're going to say.
And there's a scene where Harry and Hermione dance, and I think it's a very tender, moving evocation of their friendship and their feelings for each other. And I was really excited about that. It's got a wonderful piece of music by Nick Cave, who's brilliant, and that's one of my favourites.
I could ask you to dance right now, but I won't embarrass you because I'm awful. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Edith.
Enjoy the rest of tonight. We're going to head back over to Rick.
See you.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks, Edith.
Just here with Matthew Lewis and Jamie Campbell-Bower, who are just catching up, really. Haven't seen each other for a while, just have a little chat. Nothing wrong with that. How are you, fellas? You all right?
I'm good, but I'm all right, yeah. I've been better.
Go on, I mean, I know a lot of people will have asked you, but what happened?
Broke my ankle.
How'd you do it?
I was doing a stunt for a television show.
Was it worth it?
Well, yeah, but I painted my toenail, so that's all right.
Well, it sort of is and it isn't. Okay. First of all, Neville. In this film, we see him face up to a Death Eater. Pretty big from him. I wouldn't necessarily expected it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, this year Neville's really come a long way. He's taken Harry's lead while he's absent from Hogwarts, and he's taken over Dumbledore's army. He's becoming a leader, and this is sort of the first signs of that, of what he grows into. So that by part 2, when Harry, Ron, and Hermione come back to Hogwarts, he's ready for war.
I feel like there's more to come from Neville as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's like I said, his responsibilities now are getting the rest of the students ready. But come next year, he's ready for battle, and he's leading everyone into that, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
Nice to talk to you. We are now going over to Edith, who is with Emma Watson.
Emma Watson, blowing kisses to your fans. Amazing.
I know, I can't believe it. It gets bigger every year. I have no idea how we do it.
What's going through your head when you're about to step out that car?
Here we go again. Oh my God. I feel the adrenaline I get from doing this is pretty crazy. I feel like I'm about to go over the top of a roller coaster or something. It's
great.
Strange.
It's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
I like that, yeah. Hermione goes on a real journey on this film. Did you find that challenge for her great for you as an actress?
It was great for me as an actress. I was really pushed. There were days when I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to do this. This is so hard. You know, she gets tortured. She holds Ron in her arms as he's bleeding to death. She has to say goodbye to her parents. There's some really tough stuff in there for me. But it was amazing, and I'm really proud of the performance I've given. So I couldn't be happier.
You mentioned some of the stuff we got, sweat, we've got bloody scenes and all that kind of thing. Were there favourite scenes for you to film for this film, the first part?
There's a scene in the movie where Dad and I get to dance together.
David was just talking about
Really?
that.
Oh no, I don't want to bore you, but...
No, tell us what your feelings were.
I just really, the movie is so dark and intense, right from the beginning, right through to the end, and just to have this minute where we could be silly and just be kids and just have fun was so nice.
Yeah. And a real kind of action-packed end to this whole, incredible journey you guys have been on.
I know, there really is. I mean, I've been saying that this seems like the more emotional, psychological film, but actually there's a lot of action in this one as well. It's both of them are just full on.
Yeah. Right, I've got a question here from a Twitter fan. This is from Becca Nelson. She says, what scene were you the most nervous about shooting in this film?
There's a film where Bellatrix tortures Hermione, and
She's scary.
Exactly. So I was definitely nervous about that. Definitely nervous about getting tortured, especially by Helena Bonham Carter, who she just seems unhinged as Bellatrix. So that was pretty scary.
But then on the flip side, when the camera's not rolling, it's the most lovely person. So
I know. So it was really fun doing it with her, and actually I get mudblood carved into my arm, which is a horrible idea. But Helena and I actually came up with that. It wasn't in the script, and we were like, David, we've got this great idea. We think that she should have mudblood engraved into her skin, and he was like, that sounds great. Let's do it. And so we had fun.
Well, great to have that much input as well, to have someone who lets you work like that.
Exactly. Having played a role for 10 years now, the directors really give Dan, Rupert and I a lot of scope to play with lines and just make the roles our own. And I'll know immediately when I read something, I'm like, she wouldn't say that. Just I know her like the back of my hand, so I'm kind of like, no, David, honestly, she wouldn't do that, she'd do this. And he'll go, all right, and he'll generally go with what we say. So.
Well, congratulations on another great
Thank
film.
you
It's
so
so nice
much.
to see you. Emma Watson, everyone! Have a great night. Let's back over to Rick.
I'm here now with Toby Jones and Nick Moran. You could be forgiven for not immediately recognising who they play in the film. Toby plays Dobby. You are the head snatcher, of course, Nick. Who I think his name is Scabior, but I never quite picked it up. Is it Scabior? Scabior, there we go. How long does it take to turn Toby into Dobby and Nick into Scabior, respectively?
Well, I'd love to say it took ages and ages, but I mean, it takes a scarily short amount of time. I always say that in terms of taking responsibility for Dobby, it's incredible special effects people do that. And I get to do the movement, and then they translate that movement into what they do, and I do the voice as well. But I mean, it's an extraordinary achievement what they do with it.
And Dobby is pretty heroic without giving anything away in this film. Pretty heroic.
Haven't you just given it away?
I've given it away a little bit, yes.
Yeah. Dobby is pretty heroic.
There we go. We've all given it away. You're going to share the blame with me. Nick, did you enjoy intimidating our heroes?
Yeah, I'm the man that chases children through the woods and catches them. So.
I'm going to let you finish on that statement, Nick, because that's a great soundbite. Have a great evening. Cheers, guys. It's only Lord Voldemort. Here he is. How are you, Rob? For children expectantly waiting to see this film, how scary are you in it?
I hope I scare them a lot.
Is that your motivation at all times on set, just thinking, I've got to scare?
As many children as I can.
Yeah. And to be fair, you're very good at it.
Thank you very much.
Interestingly, we do in this film see Voldemort crack a little bit of a smile. Is there something within there?
He has a good sense of humour.
You think it's that? You think he's actually quite a funny guy?
Dark, but he has a sense of humour. Yeah.
Do you think he might sort of start out on the stand-up circuit at any point?
No, he's working on that.
Yeah. That's next after he's gotten rid of this damn Potter boy.
Get rid of him and then he'll do the circuit. Yeah.
I've got to talk quickly about the nose. Is that, do you have to have it sort of when you're filming? Or is
no, the nose is taken off digitally afterwards.
Ah,
yeah.
Because that would be horrible.
I film it with my own nose.
Okay.
But they put all these funny multicoloured dots all over my face, which are called tracking marks. And that's what the computer guys use to take the nose away afterwards.
Okay, so actually when people are on set filming with you, you're not quite as scary, because you've got a nice nose.
Yeah, not quite, but I have scared a few kids on set.
Yeah. Deliberately?
Yes.
Okay, just practice. It's all practice.
It's all practice.
Got to keep scaring.
Scare them.
Okay, well, go and scare some more kids. That's all I can say, right?
I will. Good.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Bye.
Nice talking to you. This man makes the films happen. David Heyman, producer, how are you?
Oh, that's very generous of you. I think an awful lot of people make this film happen.
But if the buck stops anywhere...
It's with David Yates.
Okay, good, yeah. Good to be clear that you can shift that blame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not that, to be fair, there's any blame to be shifted. Just...
No, David Yates has done the most incredible job with these films in the last 4. And I really think that he deserves all the credit in the world for this film.
What are the biggest challenges in terms of bringing this book to the screen?
Well, this is the first time we haven't spent any time at Hogwarts. So I think that was a real challenge, and I think it's very distinctive and fantastic, actually. Really gives it its own unique feeling. I also think that we are more reliant on this film, and we're always reliant on our 3 leads, but they have really stepped it up in this film. I think they're better than ever before, and I look forward to everybody seeing it.
I mentioned it before up here, that it seems like every good British actor at some point ends up in a Harry Potter film. How do you keep getting them in?
Well, actually, the amazing thing about this country is there are the best people in front of and behind the camera. And we've worked with a lot of them, but I suspect there are quite a few. In fact, I know there are quite a few who we missed out. Unfortunately, there are only 7 books and 8 films, so...
You've got to find yourself another incredibly successful movie franchise, David. That's what you've got to do. Listen, have a great evening. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Jason Isaacs. We were just talking about where the Trumps have gone. They're still around. How are you?
I'm good. It's a very strange evening for actors. We normally go into a little room and pretend to be someone else. We don't get surrounded by thousands of people screaming our name.
Do you get the buzz?
Do I get the bus on the way here? No, I get a car, but I have to say, it's so lovely to see that other people love the films as much as us. You can forget, because you make them and you love the characters, you love the story, and then we're reminded that the fans love them as well.
Your character Lucius has obviously just come back from prison. It seems to have changed him a bit.
He was a broken man. Some very awful things happened to him in there. We don't go into them in detail, but you can tell from what a shambling alcoholic wreck he is that it wasn't good.
What's the best thing about working on the Harry Potter films?
Free chocolate, I think was good. No,
is it sort of branded, the chocolate?
The truth is, the best thing is that most films I've ever been on, nobody knows if anyone's going to buy a ticket. And everyone's terrified that they put money into the wrong project. This is not about money, it's about love. We all love the books, we love the stories, we love making them, and the fans love watching them. I tell everybody now, it's over. I would have done it for free.
Interesting. Obviously, this is the right time to say it.
Well, it's too late now, isn't it?
If there's one thing I would critique, it's that you haven't taken the long blonde hair into your real life. You look amazing with it.
Oh, thanks very much. The long blonde hair, I think, has a better agent than me. It's on a beach in the Bahamas somewhere right now.
Oh, just having the time of its life.
Blondes have more fun. It's true.
Pleasure talking to you, Jason.
Thank you, and thanks to everyone who's watched over the years.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up for us here on the web. So you lot, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have out here at Leicester Square. All that really remains me to say is we've enjoyed talking to all of you on, I think, on every continent on the planet, which is quite impressive. Go and see the film Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1 when it comes out in your country. So some of you won't get it for ages, some of you it'll probably be next week.